What's up YouTube, Car221 here. Welcome to another Coming to Heroes 2 replay. Today we're going to be playing as the Germans as usual. I'm trying to get you guys some Russian gameplay, but to be honest I'm really loving Germans at the moment. The videos are coming up pretty much as I'm playing, so I've been playing a lot of Age of Empires lately, Age of Empires 2, which is really fun to play, and I've also been playing Age of Empires 3. And other than that, it's pretty much been a lot of Age of Empires, and then my Rome Total War Darth mod campaign. For you to check that out, it's on my channel. So standard start for the Germans, we're going to immediately build the infantry company. As you can see, the Russians are making an advance with their conscripts. No, these aren't conscripts, with their engineers early. One advantage the Russians have, this guy's actually making a mistake, I think. You want to get your conscripts out fast and seize as much territory as possible. You don't want to build the building immediately. That's what the Germans need to do, because the Germans can't get anything else. The Russians can get, an MG or a Grenadier. I'm sorry, they can get basically an equivalent to a Grenadier squad out, which is a conscript squad, before the Germans can even finish building their building. So it's important to make a battle plan with your ally. So I was talking to Martin here. He was going to take this side, the left side of the map down here. He's going to take like around this area. And I would take this right side of the map. This map, it's hard because it's like a broad front. Like there's not a way to like bottleneck certain areas. We got to be wary. As the Germans, I usually like to build a fuel cache here, which we'll see me do in a little while, hopefully. For the Soviets, you can build it here or over here. But this side has the fuel. So believe it or not, on the not on the winter map, on the Moscow Outskirts summer, the VP is here and the fuel is here. As you can see, the opening engagement, he's hoorahing. I believe that gives him a slight damage increase on this, but as you can see, we are behind heavy cover. But thanks to Martin, he's kind of helping me in the center with his MG. So, suppressing the conscripts. All it takes is one MG to stop him. I'm getting another MG42 and hopefully going to push into this church and use it as a stronghold. As you can see, these guys are completely pinned, so you want to get your men out of there. They can't do anything else unless you have massive support. So you can see I'm taking over the church right now. Believe it or not, I think he lost line of sight on them. Actually, he turned his machine gun around. He's going to get outflanked. So heavy cover versus no cover, very important. But now they're taking fire from my MG here. You can see the Russians have their own MG moving in. Later in this video, I'm going to talk a little bit about Martin and his mortar strategy. It's been working out pretty well. So right now I'm seizing the fuel with my pioneers. I can pretty much upgrade to tier 1, but I don't want to do that yet. I want to get about 2 MGs. I want about 4 infantry squads. As you can see, you actually got into the building, which is smart, but they don't have that much range. Like, if we're going to go over to Courier, these guys don't have that much range, I don't think. See, they don't have the fog of war. They don't have the line of sight, so I just back up a little bit. See, you can't see. So if we have the fog of war off, I was just able to pull back my man on the defense line. I don't want to get close enough for that MG, but as you can see, Martin's bringing out his first mortar. We're going to talk about that once he gets 2 more. I'm going to start taking back the munitions. Looks like they've entrenched themselves on this side. We should really be going for the actually, it's brilliant placement of the MG there, because impossible to outflank unless they flank all the way around here. So it looks like they're playing on the summer map where you control this area and you're safe, but he's got to move up. He's got to figure out how to take this VP away, because right now we have 3 victory points. And when MGs are pinned, they no longer fire with the newest patch. They used to fire back. I'm using my MG pretty well here too, being able to cover this whole area. It was just me capturing munitions. Anyway, I got these different doctrines. I got joint operations is like my defensive doctrine if I'm feeling like a little overwhelmed. Assault is very good. And the lightning war, that'll give me, that's like a bunch of infantry. We also get Stuka support and a Tiger tank. As you can see, I moved up here. I'm going to retreat my men after seizing this whole side pretty much. And with that, I'm going to start building the next building for the Germans. Yeah. Company Heroes 2, I play multiplayer on games a decent amount, but for Company Heroes and stuff and Total War, you just play enough of it that you're kind of like, okay, you see the cheapness of certain tactics and certain things, and when they use them, it's just so annoying. And multiplayer's evolved. I mean, I'm telling you, people are not playing the same they were doing on day one of the release. They're not playing the same they were doing in the beta. Tactics are evolving. Try to keep up with the tactics here. As you can see, Martin's got 2 mortars here. I do have 4 men in them now. He's just bombarding this whole area. As you can see, when you see that much fire coming down on your men, you might want to get them out of the building. And, I'm kind of feeling confident here, so I'm just getting a sniper just for fun. Actually, my sniper's probably going to take out some men in this building. He managed to suppress my guys, but I can pull them out. On this flank, I was able to get my MG up here to suppress those guys, so I'll be able to take the VP back. I really don't have a lot of games, so this is all I have right now. Because, I'm playing games and they're like under 10 minutes, and then it's just not good. As you can see, he didn't move his crew out, so they got completely killed. We do have a Russian sniper team up here. In fact, it looks like one of them quit. I don't remember one of them quitting. Wow, one of them quit. Was he on this side? I didn't realize that. One of them did quit. Well, one of them quit on us. I guess I didn't like it. I gotta hate it when people quit on you. I mean, I don't really play Company Heroes with friends, so they won't quit on me. But it's really annoying, especially when you're on a 2v2. And it's just you, pretty much. It's really annoying. Because, I mean, the computer doesn't really see. I mean, it can be good on hard, but with good players, you can easily counteract that. We have Klaus over here just kind of sitting in the snow. This Gewehr 43. Just kind of hanging out. He's got his scope on there. Move into combat shortly. The Russians are making a big push. This is the human player over here. Making a big push during winter. As you can see, they're moving over here. That's the hard computer player, I believe. So they're trying to nullify our advantage in victory points. But with the mortars here, I mean, when they're pinned down especially, that's when the mortar combined arms is great. I should have launched a rifle grenade. Rifle grenades are very effective. In fact, my sniper just shot one of them. You could hear the Gewehr 43. So his mortars are kind of landing on me, so I'm kind of hanging around over here just in case he's any more troops. As you can see, his MGs are very defensive. Let's go see what they've built so far. He has a tank out here. We're in danger of having no anti-tank support. So I got my Panzer Grenadiers. I'm saving my munitions, I guess, to upgrade them. It's important that you build fires. Like, I built a fire back here. The only problem with how little fires I build, it's the fact that if a mortar comes, we're screwed. But yeah, I like using Panzer Grenadiers. They're my favorite German infantry right now. I like to get 3 units of these. 2 of them are regular, and then Panzer Grenadiers. 2 of them are regular Panzer Grenadiers, and then 1 has the Panzer Schreck upgrade. With that upgrade, though, I'll be allowed to take out tanks. Depending on how many tanks, if they're like spamming tanks, then I'll do that. So right now, I've got my logistic Leichte Mechanized Company up. Once again, I just upgraded to the 2nd tier, so I can get some tanks now. It's a little hard to get tanks for me because I don't have a lot of fuel, but we do control the fuel, well, most of the fuel on the map. As you can see, this side's being overwhelmed by the hard computer player. Moving in. These guys are hiding in the snow. During a blizzard, units can hide in the snow. And as you can see, the MG is like freezing to death. If we look at the fog of war of us, you can see we can't even see him. So he's going to get his MG toward the fire, or he's going to lose all his men. So our right flank is crumbling here, but if you can hold the center, if you can see, I got a Panther Strike here. If you can hold the center and the right or left flank, you'll be fine. As you can see, a huge Russian force is moving in on this flank. He's going very heavy on MGs and infantry, and now he's got guard rifle. I would have gone for a T-34 because right now we don't really have a lot. I've just got my Panzer Strikes here to stop that. Anyway, I have my guys with the MG here in the building. His men are freezing, but there's a fire there, unfortunately for me. But he's not moving some of his men close enough to the fire. These guys are pinned, so as you can see, they've stopped firing. What the hell? I thought they fixed that in the patch. So let's look at this logically. This guy is pinned down, can't fire back, and he's like not even shooting. It's like a ghost. One of the things I think is very overpowered are these guys have special anti-personnel grenades. As you can see, they're not getting suppressed, and they're gonna chuck an anti-personnel grenade in here and destroy the building and wipe out my whole crew. That was a big like, really? One grenade would probably not collapse a building. So I have to be wary of that. So right now we're losing the victory point scale, except he just captured this with his MG. Still can't really see the snipers. He's got some more conscripts moving in. So he's very lightly holding his left side and focusing a lot of his force with the mortars in the middle. As you can see, they did destroy the building here and it provides support. There's a lot of craters on the ground because of that. And look, here comes the T-34. I really wish that guy hadn't left. I think he was like level 71. One of these guys is 58. One of these guys is level 71. So it's not like 78. 58 and 71, yeah. As you can see, I'm ready. It's about 10 minutes. I should have a tank coming out shortly, which is producing right now. Move my sniper up to scout. Remember, in cover, they can hide. Unfortunately, I'm like, oh my goodness, run, sniper, run. So the MG saw me when I revealed myself, so I'm going to try to run back. German snipers, they can hide more easily, and they can get to cover faster. And they also, I think they shoot a little bit faster than the Soviet. So he's going to try to get into my MG, which is a good idea. But we got Panzer strikes. We blew a hole in the fence to go through. It's funny. They always kill the German tanks. Always kill the guys without the Panzer strikes. So he doesn't like that. So me and kind of was like a Panzer Grenadier spam a little bit. But we're ready for any Soviet tanks they have. I got my recon plan up. I went defensive. I wanted to build some pack. Maybe like a pack. A packless map would be good around here. Actually, here would be even better. And then you can put some artillery back here. So they've just lost their tank. As you can see, my sniper is far enough back that he's safe, but can still provide effective fire on the victory point. I'm thinking, oh my goodness, not again. But I figure, okay, I pull my guys out fast enough. I saw that coming. Guard riflemen can also do a lot of damage to tanks. They can bun the vehicles, which really sucks. Let's just go to Corey right here to show you what their abilities are. As you can see, they have the cheap fragmentation grenade. And bun a vehicle. The originally in the beta, the guard's rifle just had anti-tank grenades, which were like just basically they didn't even like they're not like the other ones too. So you can see the mortars just decimated this whole Russian position here. The MGs and mortars, I mean that Marin had here, if you can get some massive mortars like 2 to 3 of them, I mean you can do a lot of damage to any assaults, especially the Soviet infantry are using. Specifically, they're using a lot of Soviet infantry. So I sent my Panzer Grenadiers, who are a little tougher, and another MG to this flank. And I'm going to start taking away some points here. We're kind of in the open, and I look at myself, okay, these guys are using like some machine guns almost. Actually, these guys are using assault rifles. And they're a lot better close up. While the Soviets are better further away because they're using rifles. So they're trying to get in this house, but because we're so close, as you can see, we just slaughtered this whole unit here. So if you're close up with your Panzer Grenadiers, that's better. Because if you're far away, then they're not going to be as effective. I mean, they are assault rifles, you know. I mean, they're not exactly like the first assault rifle. The Sturmgewehr 44. Came a little too late. The Germans had a lot of innovations. I was watching something about the German helicopters. Bundle grenade is decent. At this moment, I was going to try to get a bundle grenade, but I saw them shooting at me, so I'm going to pull back out of their fog of war. Use fog of war to your advantage here. Because we can get outside of their range, and there's also a fence there. So as you can see, I can pull out of his fog of war and we'll have no issue. As you can see, he's got more guys coming towards my side here. I can take away the taskbar. That's awesome. Oh, you can make like movies with this. That's pretty sweet. As you can see, the Panzer Grenadiers are... the Panzer IV is shooting at this MG. I want to get rid of it. But at that moment, we have a German T-70 light tank. That's a perfect counter, honestly, to... got destroyed by the mortar. Yeah, if you concentrate mortar fire, you can actually kill that. Let's just double check that. One of these look like it killed the... Never mind, I didn't kill the vehicle. That was my Panzer IV hitting the flank. As you can see, there's a lot of fighting here. When they have the Panzer Shreks, they're a lot worse. It's very hard for them to kill infantry units, so it's best to kind of use them defensively when they have the Panzer Grenadiers, and you can run after the SUs. Yeah, I was thinking they should update this game. I know they're going to do a King Tiger. I think that'd be very cool for the Germans, but they really need to get some more Soviet armor. I think you should be able to reduce the T-85s. I think it should be a regular build. I don't think it should be an armor doctrine. As you can see, a T-70, a T-34-76 is on this flank, along with my guys. They don't have line of sight, so they can't shoot this just yet. And they shot through my tank. So this massive assault on this flank is going to fail because I got my Panzer Grenadiers here. Now, if they start buttoning my vehicle, which they have the munitions for probably, they could have done a little bit better. But we spent all this time trying to kill that enemy. I got my guys here repairing. Not too worried unless these guys throw a frag grenade. The cheap frag grenade. Remember always to get the mounted, always get the MG for your tanks. It really helps defend them against infantry because it's not too good. He's going to retreat in the building. And I don't see the point in retreating in this building. Like at all. He's going to put like multiple units in that building, and it's just going to be easy for me to take out. I'm able to pull back my Panzer IV from the combat zone a little bit. As you can see, we got this half-track here. Heavily damaged from these guys. And destroyed. So if you got MGs, mortars, and Panzer Grenadiers, you can easily stop any Soviet armor or Panzer Shreks. I gotta pull back these guys because they're getting killed. I'm gonna throw a bundle grenade just as they throw a grenade here. So they killed one Panzer Grenadier, but I managed to kill one of their guys. So you gotta watch out for guard riflemen because they can damage your tanks a lot. I'm getting another Panzer IV. Well, this one's getting repaired right now. My guys are kind of freezing right now. It's good to attack in blizzards sometimes too. Snipers have a lot harder time trying to snipe people in buildings from, well, when they have to be out of range. Look at that. I love it. I love this sniper. What MG? Oh, they see my Panzer Grenadiers here. Like they're be able to hit them at all. Let's watch on this side. So I'm going to try to take back this side of the map. That's what I did on the other one when I did this map with the higher level Soviet players. Or I think I wasn't sure about the Soviets or the Germans or not. But if you have if you get your tanks, oh, I'm calling this hilarious. Look at that. I called a light artillery barrage, and there's 2 units of guard rifle in there. So if you can bring tanks and shift them from the center back and forth, you can easily hold your flanks that way. As you can see, Martin has his tank over here. Well, it's a flak panzer. So I'm heavily damaged. And my gunner just got killed. You can see his body floating on top of the tank there. So I might lose my Panzer IV, but my other one pops up. And he's going to try to back up because he sees 2 Panzer IVs and it's going to get destroyed. Meanwhile, I got my Panzer Grenadiers here to support. Don't leave your tanks without any support because you really need them. As you can see, this is blocking my fog of war. Well, my men can't see it through the burning wreck. I got more Panzer Grenadiers. They're pretty cold. Look at them trying to throw more of these grenades. I had to pull this guy out or he's going to die, and I didn't get to pull him out in time. I'm suffering a lot of casualties in my Panzer Grenadiers from these guard riflemen. If you upgrade the guard riflemen, the DPs are a lot better too. So as you can see, both Soviet armor on this flank have been killed. I can start moving up. These guys are about to freeze us, so I got to put them by the fire, and then I'll move up on the victory point. We have another Soviet attack coming in during the blizzard. Massive Soviet infantry presence on this flank. That is the hard computer player. But, you know, we got some Panzer Grenadiers, and it should be pretty well. Should be able to take those guys out. We also have the flak Panzer here. So we didn't really upgrade past this certain thing. I forgot my MG crew, unfortunately. I wonder where that MG was originally, because I had 2 up here, and he might have been from over here. I barbed wired this off to make it harder for any Soviets to come over. Kind of watching that area, make sure I don't get flanked. Soviets have a scout car. It's a little late to have a scout car right now. Those guys have been in there the whole game. They're trying to cut off our fuel here. Which is a good idea, but the computer's men are freezing to death. They need to move them over to the fire. I've never captured this point. It wasn't really a point. I want to send my guys down there. And I need to make a push now toward this victory point. There's nothing to stop me, I'm pretty sure, so move on. You have another T-76. We don't have anything that can stop that in the center. Actually, there's two Panzer Grenadiers. Once again, great anti-tank Panzer Grenadiers of Panzerschrecks. So, I'm not sure. I feel like people are very polar on this game. They really either love the Germans or they love the Soviets. I think once we get more factions, hopefully, like I want to see an expansion with the Winter War with the Finns. I think that would be a really epic campaign. You know, I want to be like Total War, almost like a bunch of different factions you can play as online. I know they had 4 for Company Heroes 1, and that was pretty awesome because you can be the Brits, the Panzer Elite, the Americans. Just like I want more factions. I just want the Germans and the Soviets, because honestly, this is getting a little old with just the same 2 nations. I kind of know what I'm fighting against every time. They got to add some more units or something, because I know what I need to counter. I know if I'll lose or not most of the time. And levels don't mean a lot, so don't be worried if you come up against a high-level player. These guys are a lot higher level than us. These guys got wiped out by something. I'm not sure what it was. Maybe one of those stupid frag grenades that are very effective. A little too good if you ask me. He's going to destroy this fuel cache. Once again, you don't want to build your munitions. You want to put your fuel caches and munition caches way behind your lines. So as you can see, Veteran Z2, these guys have done a lot of damage to my infantry. But as you can see, I'm flanking around with my tank using Blitzkrieg, which is for veterans. I've also got my Panzer Grenadiers here. We're going to wipe out this group of guys. As you can see on this flank with my Panzer Grenadiers and my Panzer Force, we'll be able to run into their base and do a lot of damage. And this is, keep in mind, this is Corey. This isn't the computer player I'm fighting against. My Blitzkrieg just wore off. I'm attacking from multiple angles. And he's trying to run away, believe it or not. So I'm going to turn around in a second here. Actually, there's a bunch of more. Just like spamming guard infantry. I'm telling you, Panzer Grenadiers, if they're not bunched up, can destroy those guys. So I got to turn around and attack those guys. I also have these Panzer trucks I need to move in. And see the replay is just almost over. As soon as he loses his last piece of armor here, he's going to quit. And I have to say, good game to Corey, though, because he fought very well all by himself without his ally. It might have been a little harder with his ally here. But as you can see, T-76 don't even bother making them unless you ram with one of them and then you have some SUs or something. As you can see, that thing actually maybe tried to ram and it went right in the building. It's a good game to our opponents here. This is Corner 2217. Hope you enjoyed.